Most players, whenever they don't know what to do, they just see a pawn and then just randomly push it. And suddenly their whole position falls apart, guys. But strong players don't just move pawns randomly. We use pawn breaks with purpose, guys. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you the correct way in which you're going to be using your pawns, the open lines that you need to create to attack the king, to destroy the structure, to activate your worst piece. In this video, guys, I'm going to show you the correct way to do this. So stay tuned and let's get right into this video. Let's go. Now let's take a look at this position. What would you play for white in this scenario and why? And for any beginners in the chat, we're going to be like, sacrifice the bishop and storm the pawns up the board. Look at the bar. You are throwing away your advantage, guys. Now, masters, they don't attack like that. They understand when to move their pawns. And remember again, guys. So, the breakdown. Your pawn play has to be complementing your pieces. So, example. In the opening, you could be developing your pieces to like decent squares, but they are not 100% active. So you could utilize your pawn breaks to open lines. Example, with this move pawn to d4, look, in the future, your bishop can get to the open diagonal here, doing aggression, very aggressive work, guys. Okay? You want your pieces pointing in that direction. Also, they take, you know what's happening? You have open files, open diagonals, and guess what? This is how you're going to be attacking. I'm going to even show like a continuation. So that's just d4. Another one is our rook on f1 isn't really doing much. We could play pawn to f4, activating lines this way. But understand this, we're utilizing our pawns to activate our pieces. So again, f4, and we're gonna see exactly how this can easily go wrong for black. So we have takes. See how we're utilizing the pawns to really like create more room for pieces, and the more breaks you get, like this one is actually again helping to activate the bishop. So from this simple position, guys, the difference again between masters and average players, it's just the way they look at the chessboard. For most persons here, they wouldn't know what to do, and then they start pushing moves like pawn to h3, and then the game lasts like forever. If you utilize your pawns well, things can easily go right. So pawn to d4, and look at this. Pawn to e5. We are using our pawn breaks to actually break down this position. And yeah, here you can basically see how black lost and blundered, but takes, and black is already losing a piece. But this would not be created if it wasn't for the pawn break. So just to show you what I mean, if the knight goes back, then boom, that's a piece, guys. Just like that. Work has been done, piece has been collected, black is packing up this board. And if this is captured, then we're gonna simply take on d8, rook takes d8, rook takes d8, rook takes d8, and bishop takes d5. And if you count the pieces, white is up a whole piece. All this is done in such a short span of moves because of our pawn breaks. Okay, look at this, pawn, pawn, and if this goes back, I want you guys to keep the same mindset. Like I'm telling you right now, you would just simply start improving your pieces. Just get them up the board. Understand that your pawn breaks should help your pieces. Not bury them, help. I'm going to be showing a more, basically another example so that you guys can fully grasp this. But this is how I want you guys to play chess. Alright, the game of chess can become a lot simpler if you look at it the right way. So let's get right into it. If you are interested in 1v1 sessions, you could book through my website. The link is going to be in my description and pinned in my comments. raheemglaveschess.com. Alright, so let's say that you're playing against opponents that don't like to trade anything, and you end up into like some super complex positions, and you're like, I don't know what to do. I'm just moving my pieces all around the board, and Raheem says to put the pieces into this area of the board, but nothing can't cross. Like, he's not trading anything, right? This is where we understand pawn play, guys. Now, have you ever like played a game and then you just see your opponents do like some weird move, like move their king? And you're like, what is he doing? He has probably watched a video like this before, and he's gonna take you out of your misery, guys. This is the principle again of the pawn break. You need to know when to utilize your pawns. Now this guy moved his queen off the same diagonal as my bishop, but we know how we set up tactics. We need to be putting our pieces on the same line as our enemy pieces. And then look at this. We simply looked for the pawn break, guys. Pawn to f5, and then everything is like happening. I'm threatening pawn to f4 to trap the bishop. If takes, then yeah, you see what happens. We're now putting pressure on the diagonal with the queen. The pawn can't move because the queen would basically hang. So they played knight to e4. Now we had pawn to d5, knight back to d2, pawn to c4, and that's game, guys. Remember again, if this is taken, then that would be the queen. So we had bishop back to a2 in the game. Bishop takes d3. We call this a fork. Everybody knows this. And he played q to d1 and resigned in this position. So again, out of a complex game for most, where things just don't look like it makes sense, try to look for a pawn break, guys. Remember, pawn breaks will pave the way for your pieces to start putting pressure in your opponent's side of the board. Thanks again for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. And if you found this useful, just remember again, share the video.